Absolutely nothing better to do on Thursday than to join us right here, Chat with Gunner, episode 33. Congratulations, you made it this far. You might as well keep listening. We don't have any structure, but tonight, my friend, my buddy, wrestling colleague, Matt Lynch is in the building. What's up, bro?
What's up, man? It's good to have me.
Yeah, man. So, Matt, you know, he hit me up a couple weeks ago. I was like, hey, man, I just want to come on and talk, catch up. You know what? This is exactly what this is for. This is for me to get on here, hang out with my friends if I want to sometimes, hang out with people I want to interview sometimes, talk about some of my favorite subjects sometimes. But tonight, we're just going to sit around and catch up. Matt,
See each other in a while.
it's been a while. Matt's had a baby.
Yep.
Yeah, so like, when was the baby born?
She was born in June the 11th, so she's 2 months old right now. She's
So that's
got blood
crazy.
shots.
So that's number 3.
This is number 3. Number 3 is the last one.
Is that it?
That's it.
Is that clip?
That's it for me.
You're done?
Yeah, if my wife wants more, she'll have to go somewhere else and find them.
You're cut off?
I'm done, man.
I don't blame you, man.
I'm scheduling that snip very soon.
That's I don't know. You know, some dogs don't want to get snipped, but it's good for them. I think after 3, probably it's about that time.
Yeah. A lot of people have said it's about time for me to go ahead and cut them loose.
Yeah. So you've got what are the ages here?
Tanner is 14, Connor's 10, and Charlie is, what is it? Are you talking to the mic?
Yeah, a little bit closer.
Hello.
There we go.
Got to demand that, Gunner.
Tanner's
Yep.
14, Connor's 10, and Charlie is 2 months old. So
How about that? So you're gonna have
I can't believe I had a little girl though. What the crap?
yeah. So you're gonna have 24, 20, and 10 at the same time.
Wow, that's crazy. I ain't even thought about it.
College.
I'm gonna be 60 before she's out of high school.
Yeah. So my my mom and dad, they were late 50s when I was coming out of high school. So
That's not too bad then.
yeah, you know, that's the cool parents.
Yeah.
That's the cool parents. So what's up, dude? What? No wrestling. Crazy times in the world. I'm sure you've listened to the show. We talk a little bit about the Rona, the elections, and all that stuff. Crazy times in the world. What you been up to?
I have been doing nothing. I've literally got furloughed in March, so I've been
That
sitting
sucks.
on my butt doing nothing. I've been doing a lot of podcasts though. I've done like 5 interviews with just several wrestling podcasts and stuff. Joey doesn't want to do interviews, so I just do them for him.
I gotcha.
Yeah, so it's been all right. I try to keep in touch with everybody as long as everybody writes me back and stuff on Facebook, but I don't know. I stay in touch with the important people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know, some people they like to read their messages and not respond.
Leave you on read.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah, and that happens in the wrestling industry, I guess. I guess it happens everywhere.
Yeah.
It happens,
People get busy.
I guess, when you're trying to, like, you know, go after someone or try to, you know, get some answers out of somebody. I don't know, man. Wrestling with me, and we can talk about it. I went through my bitter phase, I guess you could say, where I was ranting and raving, and that gets you nowhere. But I guess it's good to get that off your chest. So now I'm excited to get back into Southern Honor. I mean, the show's end of the month, and I mean, you're a part of it. Joey's a part of it. I'm a part of it. Several of the guys that we kind of came up with and worked with around here are part of it. It's going to be a little different. I mean, I'm assuming we're going to have a full house.
I don't know. With the tickets going on sale at the door, and with Georgia having different, there's something new every week, so you never know. Like, by the time we get to that week, we might be having an outside show or something like that. I mean, dude, you never know. I've seen a lot of the shows that are going on right now. They go from inside to outside to. I seen Luke Gallows' show. They were having an outside show, and now they're doing a drive-up show. So everybody's going to be sitting in their cars. So I don't know. We've got 2 weeks. Is it 2 weeks? I think.
Yeah. So the
tomorrow,
28th,
so,
right?
yeah. So we'll see. It's going to be interesting, that's for sure.
Well, you know, the whole reason I wanted to go to Southern Honor was because, you know, they were averaging like 500 people a show, and it's always fun to work in front of.
Solid every time.
Yeah, it's fun to work in front of 500 people. Good energy. And then it seemed like it was dipping there a little bit towards the end. But the last show that we had kind of before everything started was, you know, picking back up 500, 600 people roughly. I don't know, man. With all this happening, with your major, wrestling promotions, you got WWE and AEW, they don't have anybody in the stands, or if they do have somebody in the stands, it's talent
Well,
that
I've seen on, like, last night. I fast forward through AEW because I usually don't watch any wrestling right now. I've literally just totally lost interest in anything on TV because it's so hard to watch anything without, like, fans.
right,
I mean, I don't see, like, even the baseball. It's just like, I mean, you gotta have some sort of crowd response. So it's just, I don't know. But I think it's kind of cool what AEW's doing right now. I've seen that they've had the talent around ringside, and then last night they panned out to the crowd. I don't, like UTC Arena's got the gold circle or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
About gold circle, about from the risers up, they had some fans. I don't know, about 20, 30 fans up there. They all had masks and stuff on with signs and stuff, and I was like, that's kind of cool.
Yeah, that's
Jericho
cool.
was getting like one hell of a ovation, so it was kind of I like what they're doing. I'm with WWE with the hockey glass, and then the only people in the crowd are the NXT guys, and they're just banging on the glass. It's just like, I don't know. It just kind of, I don't know. It's kind of dry.
What did you think about the underground, the Raw underground?
I seen clips of it. I think it's kind of cool. It's different, but it's just, I don't know. I just feel like they're trying really hard to just come up with something. I think it's cool. It's definitely different. It's different than anything I've seen them do recently at all. So,
dude, it's so hard to run an entertainment business with no people.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, through TV.
Well, it's like, the thing is like, you've got all these people, the champions. I think Drew is over as hell. But the thing is, how do we know that? I mean, yeah, internet, okay. But a lot of internet's just, people putting stuff out there to be retweeted and stuff like that. But, like, in front of a crowd, what kind of response is he really going to get? Or kind of response is any of these new guys getting? It's hard to tell. So when we go back to, or if we do go back to live with fans, what the hell's going to happen? It's like, so I don't know.
I mean, think about football.
I don't want to think about that
I
right
mean,
now.
I know you're a big football fan, big Georgia fan, but like
breaking my heart. But what about the SEC and ACC and SEC? But I mean, what are we gonna do? Play each other for the championship at the end of the year?
Dude, I know the SoCon just canceled all fall sports
Really?
today.
Well, I'd heard something about everybody was possibly going to the spring, but there's so much going on in the spring. How do you do football, baseball, and all this, softball, everything, golf, all kinds of stuff? It's like there's going to be so much stuff going on.
And then if you try to go spring, how do you follow up the next season? Do you just keep football in the spring, or do you go football spring fall? You can't do that.
No.
You know?
You're going to run those guys dead.
I don't know, man.
And then you got basketball too. Basketball's huge, especially college basketball. And then some of these students are athletes for several different sports, not just football.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, what do these guys do? They got to choose. I mean,
Yeah.
I don't know. Rona's got us, man. It's got us twisted. 2020's crazy.
I don't even know. I never thought that we would ever be in this situation to where you got to wear a mask if you want to go somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
You can't attend sporting events. You can't. Even Tennessee today said that if they do play, they're going to be at 15% capacity and no tailgating allowed.
That's crazy, though. I mean, that's what makes football, especially college football.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm an NFL fan. I'm mainly just a fantasy football fan.
Right.
Because I play fantasy, and that's literally the only reason I watch it.
Right.
Because it's gotten so political. But college football, you can't have college football without the crazy ass fans and the tailgating and I mean, that's the best part about it. I don't know, man. 2020, man.
And that's the easiest thing to say is that 2020. It's like, man, but where do we go moving forward? What's down the line? And
what's the normal? I mean, where do we go from here as normal? Because I mean, right now these restaurants, you have to. What makes sense of walking in a restaurant with a mask on, going 15 feet, sitting down, taking your mask off?
Yeah.
I just don't get it, man.
What's
the difference?
I said that about the sports barn. To go into the sports barn, and I'm not bashing them, I'm just telling the truth. So going into the sports barn, you have to wear your mask. you wear your mask, and you literally sign in with your key card. As soon as you sign in with your key card, take the mask off, have full reign to the facility.
It don't make no sense. They check your temperature or anything?
No. But you have to wear a mask to enter the building.
See, I don't get it. I think it's just maybe that's just a cover up. So they can just say, okay, yeah, we complied.
And that's why, I do it, just because like that's a business that I support, because I go there for the sauna. But still, it's just frustrating, because if I go to walk in without my mask, it's like, hey, excuse me, sir, do you have your mask? It's like, dude, I'm about to walk further to my car back out here than I would, just walking
in the
in.
locker room and going and getting changed and not wearing a mask out to lift or sit in the sauna.
Yeah, with all these nasty people sweating all over your equipment, that's okay. But
Yeah.
make sure you wear a mask walking in.
I think what is it, Planet Fitness? You have to wear a mask like the whole time, like unless you're like on a bench or something. If you're up walking around going to get water or something like that, you have to have a mask. That's what Joey said. So I haven't been to the gym lately.
I was about to say, how do you know that?
I don't know. That's what Joey said. Joey lifting enough for me right now. I'll be ready in 2 weeks, I promise.
Hey, it's all muscle memory.
Yeah, that's what I told Joey. I said, muscle memory, man. Muscle memory.
Yeah, 2 weeks will be fun.
You're just in the Rumble, right? You don't have a match or anything?
Yeah, I'm in the Rumble. I don't have a match. I wish I had a match. I've told them, man, I'm ready to do some longer segments. I think it's fun to go out there and tell the story of, whatever
The
we're trying to tell me.
guy.
Yeah, but I mean, those guys at Southern Honor, they never see me work. So the fans think that I'm just a
no, the thing
bum.
is, when you came in the first time, you worked, was it Blanco?
Yeah,
Local,
Blanco.
yeah, Blanco. You guys actually had a pretty decent match, and then you got in trouble for it, remember?
Yeah, because
you're like, hey, no, you need to have a shorter match. And you're like, I had a really good match, and you told a really good story, and it's like, that's not what they wanted at the time.
I had a 6-minute match. Yeah. That's too long. Okay.
Too long, bro.
Yeah, so then I had 3 matches after that combined 6 minutes.
Yeah.
Then a couple promos, and then, the crowd went from being cool with the first match to, they want a little bit more. And I don't blame them. Listen, if I was a fan and I was coming to watch me wrestle, I'd want to watch me wrestle.
Well, that's the thing. You can work.
Yeah.
You're not just a spear and jackknife guy.
But that's what they think.
Jackhammer.
And that's okay. I get it. They'll understand eventually.
I mean, they can talk that trash, but I'm telling you, man, you get in there with like somebody like Logan or something, dude, you guys tear it up.
Yeah, we're gonna have fun.
I know.
And we're gonna do it. I got about 5 guys that I really want to work with, and then maybe that'll ignite the passion again, and I'm hoping that it does. Because
I think maybe that's why I'm so frustrated right now. It's because it's like I see some of these people getting to go wrestle, getting to work, getting paid to do it, going having fun and stuff, and I'm still just sitting on my ass, man.
Yeah.
I think that's it. I think once me and Joey get in there and we have our match, I think we got who do we got? We got Brady Pierce and Judas. I think once we get in there, we have a pretty good match. I think I'll be all right.
Yeah.
I think right now I'm just I don't know. I'm bitter.
Just in a slump. Yeah, hey, I get it.
I'm bitter, man.
I get it, but hey, and I haven't been doing it that long, so you guys have been doing it for a long time, and you've put in the work, and you've done everything that people said I haven't done. So you've done all those things, and you keep showing up, and you're not getting the opportunities. I know that's frustrating.
Oh, it's it's frustrating to say the least. I think my wife gets tired of listening to me bitch, but that's just what I do.
I know, but you know what? And I've been there, and I've done the bitching and the complaining, and it really gets you nowhere.
Yeah.
I think that the best thing for you guys is just to
keep trucking,
keep a positive mindset about it. I know it's so hard to do.
Yeah.
Especially in this industry where you're better than someone, or you've worked somebody that's getting an opportunity, and you're like, how is that guy getting a chance over me?
Yeah. It's just one of those things. I think it's just I've gotten to the point where that's one thing me and Joey's never done. I've never kissed anybody's ass. I've never kissed anybody's feet. I've never begged for a spot. I've never asked for anything. We've always worked our asses off and either earned it, or people have come to us and said, hey man, we want you here or whatever. So I think I'm not going to kiss anybody's ass. I'm not going to beg for anything. I just watch our work. I mean, I just feel like sometimes, I don't know. I just feel like sometimes people are jealous of what we do. I mean, because you can't tell me and this is me being an asshole, arrogant, freaking piece of crap. But you can't tell me and Joey don't show out every show, and if not have the best match on the card, one of the top two. I guarantee it with anybody. So
especially when
I'm
it comes to
just saying,
tag
man.
teams.
Yeah, I don't know any other tag team to get in there with like me and Joey and just, we never even speak to each other most of the time. We just feel it. That's why I love tag team wrestling. It's so much fun. That's the thing. We don't even have to. We don't think about it. We don't even speak to each other. I can look at him and I just know what he's thinking. It's just, I don't know, man. It's frustrating.
Yeah, I can get it. But what the recipe is, right? To make it. You haven't figured it out yet?
No, I don't have the lips to kiss freaking somebody's ass. What is it?
That's the recipe.
Kissing somebody's ass.
Listen, as much as we hate to want to hear that, I think at one time, that it was, who was the best, who had the look, who had that star factor, who had the charisma, who had it. I think that was pro wrestling at one time.
Maybe 10 years ago.
And can possibly be, there's some exceptions to the rule. But right now, you got two options, maybe three. You can either kiss the fans' ass, who are in with the promoters on the independent level.
Yeah.
Or
and that don't happen.
You can kiss the trainer's ass.
Or the promoters, trainers,
who's in with the big leagues. And as much as I hate to say it, like the blueprint is QT Marshall.
I love QT, but I do think that I don't think he likes me and Joey very well. I don't know,
but
I think that was that's probably water under the bridge. I've shook his hand since then, but
and I don't know what happened there. But here's what I can tell you: you and Joey do not go to One Fall or the Nightmare Factory.
Yeah.
So I also refuse to go to One Fall or what is now the Nightmare Factory.
I wished we had a facility close to where we could go, and it's not to go just to kiss somebody's ass, but just to go and like polish up, a couple times a week or something. Like, hey, okay, I go to the gym. Well, go to the gym and then go do some reps in the ring, work on cardio or something.
Yeah.
I wish we had a spot like that, but we don't. And we don't have the luxury of being, 45 minutes away. Right. Everything that's worth a shit is 2.5, 3 hours down the road. And,
right.
We ain't got time to do that.
I know.
I got kids. You got a job.
Well, you sound like Heath Slater.
Yeah. I love Heath.
Yeah, man, that's one of those things. Like, I wish that I could have done that. But like, if that facility was in Dalton, or even let's call it a Daresville.
Oh yeah.
I could have made that work.
Yeah.
But when he was asking me to do it, it was when it was One Fall, and it was come up 2 or 3 times a week at 6, 7, 8 p.m.
Mm-hmm.
That's when I was working at the other place. I wasn't getting off at a regular time. I just couldn't make it work. But I know for a fact, if I would have went over there after we had our conversation at GPW, that I'd be one of these guys.
Oh yeah.
And you know what?
Hey, you know what though? I can't hate on them because
I don't hate on them at all.
And hey man, props to everybody that's killing it right now.
Yeah, I'm not hating on nobody.
I'm not hating on nobody, but I don't know. Maybe I'm too prideful. I just can't.
That's a thing.
I can't just. I don't know. I just can't kiss nobody's freaking foot. I can't ask. I can't beg. I just try to make our work.
Yeah.
Do what it does. You see us. You see how good we are. I mean.
But it doesn't matter how good you are. It's true.
It's true.
It really doesn't matter how good you are, and unless you have a lot of followers through social media, it doesn't matter really if you have the right look or not.
Yeah. Yeah, I've seen that too.
Yeah. So, here's what I noticed. So,
I was gonna say, because you look like $1 million, man.
Well,
I feel like your haters. I feel like you should even with the haters that you've got right now. Like, I feel like that even means something. I mean, I wish people hated us.
Yeah. Well, and and
Give us a little fire,
here's what I've said. I will shake. I'm not a bad guy. And then people are going to say, well, usually when you say you're not a bad guy, that immediately means you're a bad guy. Yeah. I'm really not a bad guy. Like, I'm opinionated, and I know that I don't share the same opinions as some people, and I've apologized for those opinions. But it's not like I wish bad on those people. I would go talk to every single person, be respectful, shake their hands, and probably be friends with them. Mm-hmm. I don't know. And I know that the looking like $1 million thing, I know I looked okay. But I know that if I'm going to make it based off looks, I've got to look like a cover model. Mm-hmm. So the past, I don't know, 8 weeks, I've been completely dialed in. I'm like,
so you leaned down, didn't you?
I'm 210 right now.
Damn, dude, you almost weigh as much as me.
Yeah, I'm like 210.
My little skinny ass.
Yeah, I'm like 210 right now. I started boxing.
Really?
On Mondays and Wednesdays.
You like it?
I love it. Yeah,
you ever thought about really doing it?
Dude, it's not.
Dude,
I can't say that I'm planning to fight, but I'll tell you this: like, I didn't realize how much I enjoyed getting punched in the face. So that's
adrenaline.
That's
get your adrenaline going.
Yeah, so man. I haven't had that contact since football. You get contact in wrestling, don't get me wrong, but also
it's nothing like really getting hit unless
Here's something that's crazy, and you might know this as well because y'all kind of have like a karate background.
Well, we've done karate, and I mean we've done the full contact fighting and stuff like that too. But
yeah,
hell, it's been years.
Right. So, but y'all did that prior to wrestling.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so check this out. So I played football, mm-hmm. and then I never really had any hand-to-hand combat experience. I've been in some scuffles, but no hand-to-hand combat. Yeah. Mainly wrestling.
Yeah.
And then you go into wrestling. Well, in wrestling, you learn how to throw
safely.
A safe punch.
Yeah.
Which it's pretty much long, and then you hinge at the elbow whenever you're about to hit somebody, so
like
that you don't make contact, right?
Yeah.
So I'm in their boxing. There's these guys that have been in boxing since they're like 6, 7 years old. These guys down in Dalton that, not my size, a little bit smaller, but my height or a little bit taller with reach.
Yeah.
I have to get on the inside of them, and I don't know the fundamentals. I don't know how to do that.
You don't have any defense.
I can bum rush you and put you up against the cage because I'm stronger than you. But then I'm going to get tired because that takes that's more energy. Yeah. So, but to like point fight somebody, that's a little bit different. So these guys are just like, tagging me up. And when I go to throw, I'm stopping short of their jaw as if I'm throwing a wrestling punch.
Because you're so used to it.
Yeah.
You've gotten so like.
I'll have the shot.
Yeah.
And I'll throw it and pull it. And I'm like, what are you doing? And I can't. I've started doing it about a month ago. So this past session, I finally extended my jab and extended like my straight. Yeah, and extended my hook to where I finally are making contact.
Yeah.
So, but dude, it took me 2 sessions a week for a month.
Be careful, you're gonna get in the ring now. You're gonna knock somebody out.
I'm not against that. I'm not against that.
Man.
So
sorry. Apologize afterwards.
Yeah, man. I mean, it'll be fun to get back in the ring.
See, I've thought about doing something like, which I'm 35, and I'm like, man, am I too old or not? But like, I feel like doing some like jujitsu or something like that.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
I think that'd be kind of cool. Not only like for my wind and like my cardio, but like I've seen guys on like on Facebook and stuff posting videos and stuff. Man, it looks so much fun.
Yeah, it's a great workout.
Imagine really getting in a scuffle. I've got a daughter now, so I'm gonna hurt somebody one day.
Yeah,
I have a feeling.
Well, that was my whole thing. So Marcus is he's 4, about to be 5, probably gonna be playing sports soon. I am a very opinionated, loudmouth.
You're gonna be that asshole dad.
Competitive. So I can't get out on the practice field and get in a fight and not know how to fight.
Yeah.
So
you go out there and look like a fool.
Yeah, I can wrestle, I can scuffle, I can roughhouse, but I need to know how to tag somebody up if I need to. Yeah. So if some old man dad's trying to get in his face, I'm gonna hit him with a 1, 2, 3. He might come up with a 4. Never know, man.
Underneath, bam.
I don't know, man.
I love boxing, man. That takes some cardio too.
Yeah.
And it's hard not to throw a kick and stuff because like we tried doing. I've done boxing before. Like we went to like boxing practices and stuff like that, and you get, just like you said, you get so accustomed to where you're pulling your punches.
Yeah.
Well, we're so accustomed to being able to go in there and fight with your hands and your feet.
Mm-hmm.
So it's it's just like second nature to lift your leg up.
Right.
And you're not supposed to leave the ground. So it's just one of those things you have to really get used to and just kind of learn. But I think, man, that'd be so much fun.
Well, this gym is actually a kickboxing, like Muay Thai gym,
Yeah.
but we're just in the hand phase.
Is it, you say down in Dalton?
It's down in Dalton.
I know exactly
It's
what
called
you're
the
talking
Pit.
Yep, I know what you're talking about. I used to deliver there.
Did you really?
Yeah.
Yeah, Sean Giles.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was Officer of the Year in the state of Georgia just a couple weeks ago.
Wow.
Yeah, he had
That's
a video
cool.
with The Rock.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like
Dude.
he had a 45-minute conversation with The Rock.
Dude, that's crazy.
I was a little upset about that.
Yeah, I was gonna say, man.
Yeah, I was a little upset about that, but I wouldn't fight him because I think he's like 49 years old, and he literally could end my life in 15 seconds.
Bad
And,
SOB.
yeah, and that's what kind of made me be like, okay, I need to do this for real and take this serious because
Well, you're not too old, you know. You can get in there. I mean, you said he's almost 50?
he's almost 50, and I swear on my life he'll end it in 20 seconds. He could kill me in 20 seconds. And I feel like I'm, alpha male, strong, powerful. He'll kill me. He would literally end my life in 20. Now, after training for a month, I think I could extend it.
Couple more seconds.
45 seconds to a minute, I think I can make it. And that's like in the trenches.
Yeah.
But that's before we get to the ground or he kicks me. If he was to kick me, I'd probably cry.
Yeah. See, my dad and my uncle boxed in high school. They had that option in high school. So, that's one thing with my dad and my uncle. I can get in there and fight them in karate and stuff like that. But if it come to boxing,
They'd wear you out.
Freaking kill me, man. They go forever.
Dude, so you know my buddy Sinjin?
Yeah.
So Sinjin,
he looks good as hell right now too, man. Good gosh.
He's 6'5".
Dude, he's a monster.
280 pounds. Yes. Bodyguard for the old lead singer from the Grateful Dead, Bob Weir.
He's missing out on wrestling too, man. Good God, he's a big dude.
Yeah, well, he's not touring right now because of everything going on. So he's home. So that's why me and him go Mondays and Wednesdays. He's the one that got me into it because Sean was under his dad. His dad was with the sheriff's department down there in Whitfield County. Anyway, so we're going down there, and he's long, so we're kind of at the same level. We'll get a little wild with each other every now and then and start throwing some wild punches because we don't.
Buddies, so
yeah,
you don't care.
So when we spar, we are going a little bit harder than I am with other people.
Yeah.
But the other guy down there, his name is George, and he's I'd say he's more like Mexican American, more so than just Mexican. But this dude, man, he wears my ass out.
That's funny. that's the thing, though. You don't want to go in there full blast with somebody, and then they get in there, wear your ass out. It's like getting in the wrestling ring. Like if I go to get in there with you or Joey or something, like we go hard on each other a little bit.
Yeah,
but
dude,
yeah.
He will hit me with like.
How big is he?
I'd say he's 6 foot. He's my height. I'd say he's 185, 190 pounds. Not a small guy. Not a small guy whatsoever.
Yeah.
Quick. Been doing it since he was like 6 years old, off and on. Played soccer, so he's got pretty good footwork. And he's just when he came about the same time we were coming, but he'd been out for a little bit, so he's a little bit out of shape. So cardio wise, I was good. I was ready to roll. Now he's caught back up with his cardio. He's caught his wind back in like 4 weeks, and this dude is just tatting me up.
You got hit in the gut yet? Real good, and get your wind knocked out of you?
I haven't had my wind knocked out, but my ribs, and I don't even know how I'm going to be at wrestling. So I've got a bruised rib, and it's been bruised since the first day we started sparring, and I can't get it to go away. I can't get it to go away.
What do you ice it and stuff like that?
I don't even mind. I just deal with it now. I just know that it's going to hurt. Damn. Yeah. But it's okay. It's fun. At
least you've got you got some rumble right now.
Yeah, I'm addicted to it though. But I'm gonna punch somebody in the ring.
I mean, that might be an idea, getting into a second career doing something. I mean, you're not old.
No, I'm 29.
Yeah, you're young, man.
I told Sinjin, I was like, if I had to have like an amateur fight, I'd want to fight you.
Yeah.
And he's like, well, we're not in the same weight class. I was like, don't be a pussy.
Yeah.
Like, I'm gonna fight you. That's what we're gonna do. If we're gonna have people show up.
You're gonna be quick, but that somebody's gonna catch you with a damn.
Yeah.
He gonna knock you out.
Nah, he tried to hip toss me. I was like, we're boxing, Sinjin.
He trying to hit you with one of those quick
jiu-jitsu. He was like, because he stays long, and I got on the inside, and I had him up against the cage, and he tried to hip toss me. I was like, Sinjin, we're boxing.
Yeah.
He's like, well, I don't care. I was like, ridiculous. I don't know. It's
I
fun.
don't know.
Though.
I think the jiu-jitsu would be fun, or something like that. Or was it Muay Thai too? And
yeah,
I just think different types of fighting would be something good to get into. I think it's good, especially for your boy. It'd be good for him to get into. I wish my son would have got into like wrestling, like real wrestling when he was young. But now my son's so into like football right now.
Right.
It's crazy. He's going into high school, so it's like, dude, he's at puberty, so he's every time he does something, he's like, he's so excited about it. He's just fired up, dude.
Yeah.
I'm just like, son, holy crap, what have I got myself into? Because I've never been through this, Last time I remember this, I was 15, 16 going through puberty, and I was fired up, and I feel bad for my parents, like they had to go through it. Now I know. So.
Yeah, it is what it is. Yeah, I want Marcus to get into wrestling soon. I want that to be his first sport.
I mean, wrestling, dude.
Wrestling and gymnastics.
Oh, gymnastics. I'm gonna make sure my little girl gets in gymnastics.
Yep.
Gymnastics is good, just to be limber, especially when you get into wrestling. You can bridge out of stuff and move around and stuff. I wished I would have got into wrestling. I went to wrestling. I tried wrestling in middle school, and I went to like 2 practices, and I was like,
it's too late.
I was like, fuck this.
Yeah, middle school's too late.
Yeah,
man.
Those guys are just killing each other, you know. And I get in there, and they're wrapping me up, put me on the ground, and then, and all the cardio stuff that you do, like climbing the ropes and stuff. And I was like, nah, not for me, bro.
I figure if
I'll
you
stick
get
to baseball,
if you get into wrestling by 5, that gives you 7 years before you're in middle school.
Oh yeah. I mean, those rec leagues, a lot of them, man, they're serious.
Yeah.
That's serious shit.
Yeah. Well, my buddy he's like runs the state of Tennessee like wrestling club.
Really?
Yeah, Mike Sutherland. Yeah, he's big time. He was like named coach of the year or wrestling influencer of the year down in Florida or something. I don't know, but yeah, he's big time. He's a head coach at Boy Buchanan right now. But yeah, man, I want to get him into that, and I want to get him into gymnastics because I mean that's if you can learn how to control your body and then learn strength conditioning with gymnastics at a young age.
And just
maybe soccer,
too, man.
Maybe, and I hate soccer, but soccer's great for footwork.
Yeah, your footwork, eye foot coordination and stuff. It's so hard because I played soccer in middle school too. It's so hard not to throw your hand out there and slap that some bitch out of the way. But it's like, I mean, not only that, but even like with all that stuff, just cardio.
Yep.
Cardio with everything.
Yep.
I wish I would have stuck to like track and stuff, but.
Yeah.
Man, once I got in high school, I got lazy.
Well, I know football players that have started in high school and gotten scholarships.
Yeah.
Like, football is one of those things where you don't have to beat your head up against the wall your entire life to be good at it.
Yeah.
If anything, it hurts you.
But wrestling is just one of those things you've got
to
learn from the ground up.
It's like martial arts. The quicker you learn, the better. So, and then when he turns 7, he can start doing the kickboxing class with me.
Oh, man.
Yeah. So
how old is he now? Did you say?
He's about to turn 5. So
we're 2 years.
We're 2 years out from kickboxing.
You can already start working with him.
Yeah.
I mean, you've got your gym already.
That's why I'm doing it. Listen, I've got a plan. Listen, I'm not going to be his dad, but I'm going to be his life coach.
There you go.
And if that retires me,
I'm not your stepdaddy, son. I'm your life coach.
I'm your life coach.
I'm getting you ready.
Yeah, I'm getting you ready. I'm about to put you in the best situation to possibly live your life. Like all my mistakes, I'm going to give them to you. And we're going to just hit this thing running because I wish I'd have wrestled. I'm fortunate for everything I did, and I think that put me in a good spot. But I can take everything I learned and then apply some more things to it. I think we'll be good.
Yeah, man.
But not force him to do anything. That's the biggest thing.
No, that's one thing I learned. Like, just don't. If what the hell is that?
Sounds like somebody's trying to come in here. There we go.
Hey, buddy. Yeah, I don't remember what I was about to say, but
that's all right.
Okay.
We was talking about kids fighting.
Oh.
Yeah. Anyways, though.
Well, I got Tanner into Taekwondo for a little while, and he liked it, but his mom got him out of it because she just didn't like him doing it. But
yeah.
He was kicking some butt. But, I mean, point fighting is totally different than getting in there and actually full contact.
So point fighting is you're touching?
Well, I mean, you're knocking the crap at each other, but point fighting's, once you get that point, stop, go back, start. Then go again,
Gotcha. So you're going for 1 point, whether it's body, head.
You're going for 1 point head, 1 point body, and kicks are 2 points. You go to it used to be 5 points. I think they go to 7 now in the tournaments and stuff. But man, some of those tournaments you would go to, they would let you go. You'd be in there knocking the crap at each other, and then finally they'd say, hey, point. And they'd give you a point or whoever a point. But they'd let you get in there and fight because me and Joey, we weren't the same age, but we were the same rank and same, we were around the same age, so we'd end up together.
Yeah.
So we would fight separate people and then end up first and second place, me and Joey fighting each other. So we'd get in there and beat the total dog crap out of each other.
So and that's like say you land a body shot. That's a point. You'd separate, then go back to it, and you got to score 5 points to win.
You got to score 5 points, or 5 or 6 or whatever it was.
Yeah.
Once you hit 5, it's over.
Yeah. So that's a lot different than boxing.
Mm-hmm.
Boxing, I mean, it's just you got
that
3
cardio
minutes
in there, man. You get in there and just I get tired watching guys like even like in the UFC, just in there, man. They're on top of each other. Could you imagine just the breathing and just how hard it is, especially when you're up against a cage and your legs way over here or something. It's like, dude.
You're talking about not enjoying sports without fans. I think the one sport you can enjoy without fans is UFC, because you can enjoy more of it because you can hear them breathing and you can hear the
yelling
weather.
At each other, and then the coach is yelling. And, dude, I love it.
I do too.
And the referee, you can hear him. Come on, guys, separate this, that, and the other.
Well, it's like being there in the front row. As close as you can. I think it's pretty cool.
I wish they would do it a little bit different because I like Fight Island. I like the whole thing. It'd be cool if they were out on a beach, though, with the water and stuff.
The only thing about that,
the setting would be cool as shit.
Is if it rained or it's hard to.
It's cool though how they got it set up. Though. Yeah. I mean, that's so cool. That I feel like that. Wrestling's totally different though. Because you're really relying on the audience to give you that to where you can feed into it. Because you got to imagine those bumps hurt like a son of a bitch.
Yeah.
But these guys are fighting each other. They don't give a crap who's out in the crowd.
Yeah.
They don't. I guarantee the only person they see is that guy right in front of them.
So great point. In pro wrestling, the adrenaline you get is from the reaction from the crowd. Yeah. That's like your approval. Yeah. It's like I'm gonna do this because I know it's gonna get this.
If I'm holding I'm holding somebody in a some sort of submission or whatever, I don't know, figure 4 or whatever, you're wanting that, come on, guy, whatever, and it's just like you don't get it, so you're just dead, It's
trying to get them up.
What do you do, man?
But with fighting, I'd say it's tunnel vision, and the adrenaline is don't get punched in the face.
Yeah, it's that's why it's got to be. You can't worry about what's going on in a real fight. Yeah. They're out there trying to really fight. You're not worried about what's going on around you. You're worried about this guy right here trying to.
And that's kind of the same thing with basketball and football and all those. But at the same time, I'd say you get more from the crowd in one of those sports than you do in a fight.
Yeah.
Well, I'd say in a fight still you get some adrenaline.
Well, but in football, say you've got it's 3rd and or 4th and 2 or something like that, and you're going for it. That crowd comes into play. If you're on the goal line and this touchdown means everything. It's whatever. That crowd's getting into that shit.
Yeah.
You're at an away game or a home game or something like that. You gotta have a crowd, man.
I wonder if they're going to allow the loudspeakers to play crowd noise at home games for those situations.
I don't know, man. Isn't baseball doing something like that? Aren't they? They've got the cutouts.
That's
and
ridiculous.
Then they're playing. Somebody told me they were playing like crowd noise and stuff too, and they were doing some other stuff. I think they were putting like computerized people out in the crowd or something like that too, or
That's
something.
Ridiculous.
I don't know, man. It's kind of like there was a match. It was was it Randy Orton and Edge, the greatest match in the world, or the greatest.
I still haven't
match
seen
ever,
it. I need to go back
like
and watch it.
I haven't watched it either, but I've been told that they piped like crowd noise and stuff in, and it was just like, what are you doing?
Yeah, I could see that.
It's more theater, and I feel like with the AEW though, like I guess it's their setting more or less because they're still in an arena, so it still has this big time feel.
Yeah.
Even with just a few people in the crowd, but you've got WWE. They're just in this like building.
Yeah.
What makes them any different than what's going on at Impact?
Right. Nothing really.
I mean, it really looks like the same setup, kind of.
Yeah.
But AEW's got this huge arena or this huge, stadium behind them, and just the pyro and the just even the echoing is kind of cool with even with 30 people ringside, rather than the hockey arena.
I don't know, man. It's weird. Switch to politics for some reason. You got Kamala Harris, who just became the Democratic vice president nominee.
And Kamala the wrestler died just like 2 or 3 days before she got her spot.
Yeah,
That's
she
so
looks.
weird,
She looks like Kamala the wrestler.
She does.
Ridiculous.
Politics. Oh God.
Dude, I mean, listen. If anything made me a Trump fan, it is the way the world's played out this year. Mm-hmm. I've liked Trump. I've always said I like Trump because I think he's the most entertaining president. Not necessarily like. I never wanted to dive deep into politics. But now looking at it, I don't know of what he really does wrong.
Well, I mean, the thing is, everything he's done to help the people.
Yeah.
And I mean, with everything, even with, he took the politics out of this last week whenever he went and he just signed an executive order. He took the politics out of it, said, well, hell, if you guys can't get along about it, I'll sign this shit over and we'll just figure it out from there.
Yeah.
You know, they were adding these little things into the bills they were trying to pass, the Democrats were, and I guess, you know, they try to make it look like, oh, well, we're doing this for the people, and they weren't. They
Right.
wanted to add little things into there to help their cause out,
Yeah.
to help with the you know, the election and stuff, with you know, the mail-in voting and shit like that. And so Trump said,
Yep.
watch me.
Right.
And then they get mad that he signs an executive order. I mean, what Obama passed a couple hundred executive orders. I think Trump's only done 20, 30,
Yeah.
40, something like that. So, I mean, what's there to hate?
I don't know,
I mean,
man.
he's done everything that he said he's going to do. I mean, tell me something he's not done. I mean, he's built the wall that he said he was going to do.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a slow process. He's got another 4 years coming up, hopefully.
Yep.
So we'll finish that wall. I hate that if a Democrat gets in there, they're probably going to tear the damn thing down. Is what it is. But
And that makes no sense.
yeah, it makes no sense. You're
Just to waste money that just went towards
just
it.
wastes money. But, you know, I mean, everything he's done, he's, you know, before COVID, and they're trying to blame COVID on him, of course. But, you know, before COVID, you know, everybody, all the jobs, I mean, everybody's making money. Everything's, I mean, the stock market's freaking crazy.
The economy was the best it's ever been in
Yeah.
February.
Yeah. And then COVID hit.
That's Trump's America.
Yeah.
February was Trump's America. That's what he'd built for 4 years.
Mm-hmm.
And then coronavirus hit just roughly 9 months outside the election.
Yeah, of course. I feel I'm into some of the conspiracies that you guys are into and stuff, but I think that
They're interesting.
all this shit's happened. I mean, 4 years ago, and like I say, I try to stay out of politics. I don't post nothing on Facebook. I used to. I used to say, yeah, I vote for Trump, this, that, and the other. But now if you do it, you're a damn racist or you're an asshole or
Yeah.
whatever. People get on there and they don't want to talk a bunch of shit, and
Yep.
I'm not into it. I'd rather post pictures of my little girl and my boys and
Yep.
you know, whatever. But I mean, this Black Lives Matter shit. I mean, you know, I think it's there was nothing going on for the past 3 years, and now here we go. Oh, they come back.
Yep.
It was 4 years ago. It was a big thing.
Yeah.
And they were having all the riots and shit like that. Whenever the election was
2012,
going on.
2016, and now.
I just think it's a bunch of bullshit. So I don't
Yeah.
know. I there's a lot I could say about it, but
Yeah.
you know, this video goes on the internet, so I don't know.
Yeah, I try to stay away from it.
Because I don't want anybody thinking, because I'm not a racist. I got tons of black friends. I love all my black folks.
But that's racist.
there's
You can't say that.
Okay.
But that's how it is, and I get it. I think there's a difference in supporting Black Lives Matter, the organization, and supporting Black lives.
Mm-hmm.
But it gets confused. Like
It gets very confused.
it's like Black Lives Matter,
Mhm.
but I don't support Black Lives Matter.
Yeah,
So
I don't support the group. I support Black Lives, but you know, and they try to say all these peaceful protests. No, this stuff's peaceful, man.
some of it is.
There's a lot of it that is, and that I do support. But
Yeah.
and that's the thing with the Democrats and CNN and all this other stuff. They try to cover up all this stuff, saying, "Oh, we have peaceful protests." They don't want to put it out there with all the stuff that's going on. Like I said, I seen somebody saying something like, "Oh, it doesn't matter about people busting the windows in. It's reparation. They're upset. Let them vent. They're breaking into these Gucci stores and stuff." And then I heard a lady say, she said, as long as somebody can feed their kids and make a little money or whatever, who cares if they break into these stores and steal these purses and shoes and whatever? These some bitches ain't doing that to feed their kids. They're doing that to make themselves happy, to be assholes. I just think it's stupid.
Well, I think if you look at it, yeah, you can go break things and you can vent over your frustration from 400 years of slavery and systematic slavery. But also remember, guys, that when you break these buildings and
We have laws.
and you have these riots, there's laws. But there's also this thing called you have to replace that building or
Yeah.
replace, that thing you burnt down or that window or that whatever that item is you stole. And guess how we replace that? By adding taxes.
Yeah, we
So
got to pay for it.
and guess
Or at
who,
least the working class has to.
and guess who pays for that? Yeah, you got to pay for it. So it just doesn't make too much sense to me.
No.
I don't know.
I mean, most of these small business owners, in these cities that are being just totally demolished. I mean, what do? You've put your life savings in this kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And like I say, these people matter, but there's another way of going about it.
Yeah.
You've got laws, and I understand that there are some bad apples, you would say, and the police system, but there's a lot more good. A lot of people are. I mean, that's the reason I've got several cop friends.
Yeah.
They got into being a police to help,
Yeah.
not to to destroy other people's lives or anything. So,
Well, I guess you got to think about how many traffic stops we have on a daily basis across the country.
Mhm.
So let's say a couple of them go bad a month. Still a pretty good percentage.
Yeah.
Still pretty good.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's a bunch of crazy things.
Politics, man. I think if COVID wasn't going on right now, we'd all be working, making great money. But I feel like something always happens when it comes election year. I mean, there's got to be something to argue about, fight about, something to totally, to make everybody against each other. And it's,
Yeah.
I don't know.
Unless there's a Democrat in office, then it kind of gets
Everything's
pushed
chill.
under the rug.
Well, it's because you don't see any Republicans out here, doing stupid shit.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, we want to be in power, but mom's calling.
That's all right.
But I don't know. I just
Well, you look at Obama. Obama had to deal with the H1N1 virus,
mhm.
which affected, 64 million Americans.
Yeah.
A lot more than Corona has.
Mhm.
A lot more people died than throughout Corona. And nobody even really remembers that.
No.
And
we
it
didn't have to
and
change
it
our lives
wasn't
completely.
it wasn't his fault. You didn't have to shut down America. You didn't have to wear a mask everywhere. You didn't have to shut down sports. You didn't close schools. You didn't, it wasn't mail-in voting that year.
It was just one of these things, though. It's like, that stuff didn't get blamed on him, but they say Trump's the reason.
Yeah.
Trump's the reason. But they got pissed off when he wanted to close borders and he wanted to stop, he wanted to stop people coming from, from all these other countries at the time, and they were all pissed off saying, "Oh, well, he's a racist. He doesn't,
Yeah.
he's mad at these, people get pissed off at him about that." And it's just like,
They-
hell, he's trying to stop it.
Yeah.
I mean, all he wants to do,
Then he does it, and it was too late.
yeah, it's too late. Oh yeah, too late. The China virus.
And that and then he's racist for calling it the China virus.
Yeah, it's the China virus. That's what it is. That's
Well,
where it come from.
Yep. There was a Spanish flu. Guess where that came from?
Hmm.
Just saying.
Yep.
I don't know, man. There's
Shit.
I bet I say I don't know, man. Probably 25 times a podcast.
Probably.
That should be what I call the show. I don't know, man.
I don't know, man.
I don't know, man. I say that quite a bit. I just now realize that I say that a lot. Oh, so what else we got going on?
I don't know.
Southern Honor coming up. Are y'all doing any more shows, or are you sticking to Southern Honor?
We don't have anything planned, or at least I don't. Joey might, but I think Joey's mindset right now is he don't want to do shit. So he just kind of. That's what me and him were talking about the other day. It's like it's been really nice not to have to travel.
Yeah.
It's been really nice to just kind of take it easy.
Yeah.
Sit at home, enjoy your family. I don't know.
What do you think about wrestling having a season?
I kind of like what was it Japan? They took off. They just quit. While all this shit was going on, instead of getting the shows going on, or whatever, they quit. And once their virus cleared up over there, they've actually got audience members now. There's people paying to go to the shows. I think wrestling could use an off season. I think maybe not like football. You play football in the fall to the winter, and then we take off until next time. I think maybe, I don't know, a month off or something, and just do follow-up shows to where, kind of like, I don't know, going over what happened in the last couple months or whatever. Maybe because, what do you have? One wrestling show a week.
Yeah.
So what's that consist of? Take off a month. I mean, or have different, like they do SmackDown and Raw, except let's let Raw run for a couple months. Okay, well, their season's over. Here comes SmackDown for a couple months, and
Yeah.
then take off, and give everybody their time off and stuff. I
Yeah.
don't know. I think it'd be a lot more healthier people.
Yeah.
Like they don't wrestle as much as they did back in the day. I mean, that's why you had so many guys dying at such young ages, because
Right.
they were running themselves ragged. I mean, these guys are treated like rock stars now.
Like professional athletes.
You wrestle once a week and then you go home, or like a lot of these guys have invested in RVs and big buses and stuff like that. So they're living, I mean,
Yeah.
lavish, good, comfortable. So, I mean, wrestling once a week, or not doing house shows, I think is kind of an off season. I mean, wrestle once a week and then taking the rest of the week off, coming back the week after, because I think the house shows is what really drains you.
Right.
You're,
The loops.
You do Monday. Yeah, so you do Monday, and so you're off. So you do. Was it? I think they would do house shows from like Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. You do Raw, and then be off Tuesday, Wednesday, maybe, or something like that. And now it's. I guess they record. Right now with COVID going on, they'll record. I think they record a couple shows within a couple days, and then they're off for like 2 or 3 weeks or something like that.
Yeah.
Now, I don't know. I think it'd be cool, but I think there's ways around it to kind of lighten up everybody's schedule. Like I say, just totally doing away with house shows, because AEW is not going to do house shows. These people have real jobs too.
Yeah.
I mean, what's her name? The girl
Baker.
Baker. She's a dentist. She actually has a dentist office.
Mm-hmm.
How cool is that?
Yeah.
You're making a freaking living wrestling, but you're following your passion and you're doing dentistry or whatever.
Yeah.
That's cool. Like, I mean, I think that WWE could take a lot of what AEW is doing now and actually apply it, but that they're not going to do that. But I don't know. I think
Not
that's
as long
kinda
as
cool.
Vince is around.
No, I think, yeah, you're right. I think that's a good idea, though. I mean, AEW's their stars are going to last a lot longer.
Yes.
I mean, their bodies are not going to break down so much.
Well, you just don't see as much of them,
Mhm.
so you don't get tired of them as quick.
Mhm.
I mean, I guess I've never bought in to be an AEW fan, really.
No.
But it's not like I don't watch AEW because I don't like it. Like, I don't watch AEW because I don't watch wrestling. I don't watch WWE.
Mhm.
You know, if I see somebody that I know is doing something, I will maybe watch it.
Yeah. That's the only reason I usually watch. I watch Hollis.
Yeah.
I watch Hollis, and I've seen Brady do some stuff or whatever.
Yeah.
And I've seen some of the guys from Southern Honor do some shit or whatever.
Yeah.
And I think it's cool, but I don't make it a point to actually watch
Right.
because I'm not really interested in it right now.
Mhm.
I can't get into it.
Yeah.
And that's why I'm hoping that with us coming back, we'll reignite my passion for wrestling again. Because if
Yeah.
it don't, like I said before we started recording, man, I'm ready to hang them up, man.
Right.
I'm wore out, I'm tired, just sick of
Well,
it.
man,
I'm sick of the politics.
you got more responsibility. I mean, you got another kid. You got
And that's what I would love to do. I'd love to be able to go do something like an AEW, do it once a week,
yeah.
make some good money.
Yep.
But you're gone. What? I think they're gone Tuesdays and Wednesdays, and that's
Yeah,
it.
probably 2 travel days.
That's it, man. You go home, you can
Except for, I guess, maybe their pay-per-views. They might have
yeah, they may
one
work,
one week out of every couple months would do a big travel day.
and then come home and then do something you love. Open up a gym or
Yeah.
open up a boxing school or whatever. I mean, it's just run a lawn business.
Yeah.
I mean, that's kind of cool. I don't know. I get jealous.
I've said, listen, I've always said that
Better.
my goal was WWE, but with my job, I don't know if I could take a WWE contract. Like, I don't know if I would be willing to do that.
Mm-hmm. I don't. Yeah.
AEW, I could see myself working something out with AEW.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I don't think that they will want me.
I don't think WWE. I think that schedule is just deathly to having a family and living a actual normal life. But the AEW would suit you great.
AEW would be great, and I'm looking at them and I'm seeing that they're signing guys that work hard and that are in good shape,
Mm-hmm.
and that means a little bit for them. I think. I mean, because I'm looking at the talent they're signing, and they're not the best,
Not the biggest either.
not the biggest, but on TV they look good.
Mm-hmm.
So that was kind of my theory. Cut down, and let's see what muscles I've got instead of just being a big guy just to take up space.
Yeah.
I feel better. My neck doesn't hurt as much.
You can move. I mean, you can get in there. You can move. I know you can. So
And now I can move better. My cardio is going to be right. If they try to, like, stiff me, I'm going to box you. I mean,
I'm going to extend that punch
yeah, I'm
instead
gonna
of pull
extend that punch. Listen, I'm ready, man. I'm ready. It's going to be fun. I think it'd be cool, though, to get an opportunity.
I think it would, and I mean, it's always possible. Maybe I'm just a negative Nancy.
Oh, no,
I don't know, man. I just feel like sometimes, I don't know. I guess after, what is it? I think it's been 17 years or something like that. 17, 18 years. We started around 03. So after all that time, and I've got to do, one cool thing.
Yeah.
I mean, I've met a lot of cool people, and we've had a lot of great matches, but it's like, always, every now and then it's just like, man, throw me a bone.
Yeah, I'm with you, man.
Throw me a bone, man.
I'm with you. But it is what it is.
Yeah. Our bitch session. This is what this is.
Yeah, I have fun with it.
Yeah. It's nice to come in and vent a little bit.
This is exactly what we talk about in the locker room, so we can just not have to talk about this when we see each other in a couple
That was always
weeks.
cool. It was like, we always, like in the locker room, we always found each other where it was like at Empire, I think. Did you sit with me and Joey in the
Yeah, I'd
in the
always sit
side
in the back.
room?
Yep.
Like at Southern Honor now, it's like me and Joey have our little room to where me and him sit, and then people come in, you come in there and hang out. Sometimes get dressed in there with us and stuff. And it's not that it's not that I don't like to canoodle with everybody and everything. It's just like I like to just hang out.
That's another thing. I'm not social, but I also I'm always on the phone at work, and the last thing I really want to do is go to a wrestling event and pretend to like everyone. And it's not that I've said in the past, I hate 95% of the people.
We got a lot of fake folks.
It's just that, like, I don't want to give you my energy, and I'm sorry.
And I don't have to act.
Yeah,
hi, how are you? Shake a hand.
Like, I get to wrestle once a month, and I've got to worry about this next 3-minute match. So I got to remember the spots. So I don't want to use that energy trying to be fake nice to you so that you can go tell your friends.
Or wonder how fake nice you're being.
Yeah, or like
to just turn around and talk shit.
We'll just won't.
Once I leave the room.
Yeah, I'm just not going to shake your hand. And you know what I love about this coronavirus? Handshakes are done.
Oh, God. I know.
Brothers are done.
I love it.
I was done with them anyways, but now they're officially done.
I tried to, I would shake people's hand that come up to us or whatever, but like there was one thing I wouldn't go out of my way anymore to. I just feel like it was cool and it was really respectful back, when I was coming up in the business, but now it's like, fuck, man.
Yeah.
I don't have to walk all the way around the ring, shake everybody's hand. I don't have to walk all the way to the other side of the building to shake this guy's hand that's sitting over here. It's like, hey, how's everybody? How are y'all?
Especially people that you'd see like on a Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday show.
Shake their hand every day.
Yeah. Hey, man, how are you? How's it going, brother?
I don't shake your hand. Most of the time we either see each other, we either hug each other, or I'll just say, what's up, bro?
Listen, if I like you, I will hug you.
Yeah.
And if I don't like you, I'll probably say, hey, what's up?
Yeah.
Like,
Exactly.
I'm not, I don't know.
This has been pretty good for people like that, though, because I'm like that. I don't really like to be I'm not. It's not that I'm antisocial. I'm just not a very social person unless I really like you and just want to hang out with you or whatever.
Yeah.
So this has been nice to just completely do away with people.
Yeah, I agree completely.
Hang out on my couch and sit with my baby and my wife and relax, man. I ain't got to worry about nobody.
I agree completely. But it'll be fun to get back over there.
Yeah,
I'm excited.
Wait. I'm ready to see Gary.
Yeah, I think
that crazy bastard.
I don't know for sure, but I asked Gary if he wanted to come in before the next show, which if he does, that would be either next week or the week after.
It'd be the day before.
Yeah, so
that'd be cool.
Maybe we'll get Gary in here in the next couple of weeks, catch up with him. I know he's been busy with events because they're starting to allow some events to happen in Georgia.
What he done pretty good during all this crap. I know he was really worried to start with because he's like, shit, man.
Yeah, that's all
That's all I do, man. He said, but he's out there. He's hustling, dude.
Yeah.
He's doing his thing.
What I thought was funny is he started selling hand sanitizer, hustling hand sanitizer during the middle of it too.
Yeah.
So that was hustler's hustle, man.
Gary's gonna Gary, man. He's gonna figure out a way.
That's right. He sure will.
That's why I like him.
All right, bro. We've been on here for about an hour.
Cool.
I'm gonna get off. What else
fun.
you got?
That's it, man.
That's it.
Y'all
Thanks
be
for coming home,
careful.
man.
Y'all be careful, man.
Whenever you want to come back on, just let me know. We'll figure it out.
Yep.
We'll put together a date.
It was last minute, so I'm glad you called me. I was literally doing absolutely nothing at the time.
Well,
So.
I was thinking, I was like, I'm either gonna do a sales show tonight, or I could just not prepare for that and have you come in.
Yeah.
And
just bullshit.
and that seemed to be the route of choice. So,
Ethan didn't even say anything to that.
yeah, depending
I'm
on
used to him saying something.
yeah, he's not interested in the conversation, or he would.
You awake over there?
Yeah, I'm here.
So we put him to sleep.
Yeah.
So so within the next 2 weeks, this is how we'll do the show. Either if Gary comes in, we'll have him obviously, but whatever the other show is going to be, it'll probably be sales based. I'm wanting to do a logistics sales show because we're crushing it right now as a company, and
Look at
look, it's so cute.
I know.
I'm glad it looks nothing like you.
I know. Bless her heart.
Doing I wanted to start getting into logistics and sales.
Is that what you're doing now?
Yeah, I've been doing it for.
Are you still at? Are you at Lipsy still? Or?
No, so I left Lipsy in February, and I went to a startup company called.
I'm sure I knew this, but
Yeah.
because I watch the show every week.
Yeah,
but
I went to 12 Point Logistics,
Uh-huh.
and they're freshly they started in October 2018. We're just getting their feet wet that first year of 2019. I come in February of 2020, and my first month land a customer, and then since then it's just been growth, killing it.
Money.
Tripled sales in the past 2 months, just absolutely balling. But I think it has something to do with some of the foundations and strategies and principles and daily actions that I've been doing that I haven't been doing for 6 years or so that I've been in logistics. It finally clicked with me. So I want to share some of that, and I think it's pretty insightful. And if people enjoy it, we'll keep doing
Especially
it more
if
often.
You're passionate about it,
Yeah,
man.
and I'm
Rock it
with
out,
it now.
dude.
So if we can do that and people enjoy it, we'll do more of it. If not, we'll talk more wrestling. If not, we'll talk more UFC. If not, we'll talk more DraftKings. If not, we'll people love the rants. We'll do that, or we'll talk politics or conspiracies.
I love
are
conspiracies.
the number one or the highest rated shows naturally.
Dude, I download all this conspiracy podcast, dude. I'm into it, man.
So that's
There's some
always
shit
there.
going on, man.
And if we can kind of intertwine them all, that'll be successful. But, all right, let's get off here. This was episode 33. You know the
33.
drill. Go to YouTube, subscribe to the channel, comment, like, share. Go to Apple Podcasts, leave a review. We only need like 20 more. Find somebody. Get us to 100. Go to Spotify, click on it. Buzzsprout's still up. I've been behind. Shame on me, Mr. Consistent. The show's been up each week thanks to Ethan on YouTube, so we haven't missed a show, but Buzzsprout has been behind. I uploaded 30 and 31 last week. 32 will be up this week, and 33 will be up this week as well. Then I'll be called up and we'll be ready to roll. All right, guys. So thanks, Matt, for coming in
Thank you, buddy.
yet again. And thanks for listening. Go do all those things I said. Please, if you enjoy the show, share it with somebody. I really don't care who listens, to be honest. I think that's pretty well known. But Southern Honor Wrestling, end of the month. Go check it out if you're allowed to. Wear your mask, people. All right. See ya. Bye.